They say heavy is the head that wears the crown, but for some rulers, the blood was heavier. From kings who executed their own families to emperors who slaughtered entire nations, these 10 leaders turned their thrones into crime scenes. But number one, became so feared that whole civilizations whispered his name like a curse. Think you can guess who it is? Stick around to the end, because you might not sleep tonight. Kicking off at number 10, we have Herod the Great, the man who rebuilt temples and destroyed innocents. When prophets foretold the birth of a new king of the Jews, Herod panicked. So he did what every insecure ruler does. He murdered babies. The massacre of the innocents left Bethlehem stained with blood, but his cruelty didn't stop there. He even executed his own wife and 3 of his sons over imagined plots. Herod's family dinners must have been like one long murder mystery, except everyone knew who did it. At number 9, it's Caligula, Rome's certified lunatic emperor. He began as Rome's golden boy, but 4 years later, he was its nightmare. He declared himself a god, married his sister, and made his horse, Incitatus, a priest. You know you've lost it when your horse gets better job benefits than your soldiers. When he ran out of lions for the arena, he'd just throw entire crowds in instead. Eventually, his own guards had had enough and stabbed him 30 times. I guess ancient HR finally took action. Storming in at number 8 is Queen Ranavalona I, Madagascar's bloody queen. For 33 years, she ruled with an iron fist and a real taste for terror. She outlawed Christianity, killed foreigners, and invented the Tangina ordeal. Eat poison and wait to see if you die. Spoiler alert, most didn't have to wait very long. Historians estimate she wiped out half her own population, all in the name of purifying her kingdom. Her leadership motto was probably something like, "If you can survive me, you deserve to live here." Now for number 7, Henry VIII, a serial husband king. 6 wives, 2 beheaded, and an ego the size of England. Henry broke away from the church just so he could marry Anne Boleyn, then had her executed when she didn't give him a son. He founded his own religion, burned monasteries, and killed any advisor who dared to disagree. Love life? It was more like a death life. Henry didn't ghost his exes, he axed them. At number 6, we have Emperor Nero. Rome burned in 64 AD, and legend says Nero watched it all while playing his lyre. When the furious city turned on him, he blamed the Christians, lighting them on fire to serve as human torches for his parties. He even tried to kill his own mother with a collapsing boat. When that failed, he just stabbed her himself. Nero's grand finale? He took his own life after declaring, "What an artist dies in me." Rome wasn't built in a day, but Nero sure tried to burn it in one. Entering our top 5 is King Leopold II of Belgium, the Butcher of the Congo. Leopold didn't conquer with a sword. He conquered with greed. He turned the Congo into his personal labor camp, enslaving millions to harvest rubber and ivory. And for those who failed to meet their quotas, their hands were cut off. It's estimated 10 million people died under his so-called civilizing mission, while the rest of Europe applauded his progress. Leopold said he was bringing light to Africa. Yeah, like an arsonist brings light to a house. At number 4, we have Ivan the Terrible. Russia's first Tsar was also one of its worst nightmares. Ivan created his own black-clad death squad, the Oprichnina, to purge anyone he considered an enemy. He executed nobles, burned entire cities to the ground, and even killed his own son in a fit of rage. Ivan didn't need coffee. He just woke up angry. By the time he died, Russia was stronger, but utterly terrified. Our number 3 spot goes to Vlad the Impaler, the real Dracula. Before vampires sparkled, Vlad of Wallachia was creating real horror. He impaled over 20,000 of his enemies on spikes, creating forests of corpses just to scare invaders away. His favorite home decor? Skulls, lots and lots of them. If you were invited to dinner at Vlad's, you'd better bring your own steak. He was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, but Vlad's thirst for blood wasn't fiction. Riding in at number 2 is Genghis Khan, the man who conquered the world. He united the Mongol tribes, built the largest empire in history, and killed, well, almost everyone in his way. Entire cities vanished from the map. Whole populations were wiped out. He didn't believe in borders, and he certainly didn't believe in mercy. Genetic studies show that around 16 million men alive today are his direct descendants. That's not just power, that's legacy on hard mode. And now for number 1, the ruler so feared, he was called the Scourge of God, Attila the Hun, the man who made the mighty Roman Empire tremble. He led armies that burned cities from Germany all the way to Italy, leaving nothing but smoke and bones in their wake. He demanded gold from Rome, and when they paid him, he just came back for more. Attila didn't do second chances. He did second invasions. Even his death is shrouded in mystery. Some say he bled to death on his own wedding night. The only thing scarier than Attila's life was his legend. From baby killers to empire destroyers, these 10 rulers prove that absolute power doesn't just corrupt. It kills. Which of them terrified you the most? Let me know in the comments. And remember, history's monsters didn't come from myths. They came from thrones. Thanks for watching, and if you want more history that they didn't teach you in school, make sure to subscribe.